Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. Wild couple of days ahead with some wind. And we're not talking about a lot of severe weather in the form of thunderstorms, but this big storm system over the middle of the country is going to produce some really strong winds. We've got some high wind warnings up for parts of the Carolinas. Let me show you the wider view here because it kind of shows you what's going on. There's our system. You could see it started in the plains last night with severe weather. The energy's moving up here, but the strong southwesterly winds ahead of this system are really howling today. Let me pause this real quickly. We'll stop it right there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on the actual wind gusts. These are the current wind gusts right now across most of the country, and I'll pop them up here momentarily. You can see some of these wind gusts, especially as you get closer up here. We got some 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts, but even to our west, behind this warm front, we've had gusts already today between 25 to 30, in case 40 miles per hour. And these will be moving in as we go into the afternoon. So strong southwesterly winds. Now it's really warm. Temperatures are in the 60s and 70s, so that wind is going to be a warm wind that's blowing in. But just be on guard, especially if you have any outdoor loose items that you're going to want to secure in, because these winds will be no joke. Let me show you where the wind warnings are currently in effect. So there's wind advisories for most of the area, but there are a couple counties in the mountains, including Avery, down towards Mitchell County, that are under high wind warnings, and also the Smokies. These mountains are going to jut up and kind of intersect some of these strong winds. Now, the severe weather threat is up to our northwest. You can see where that risk is today. It's right here across the Ohio Valley, but the winds heading our way are going to be no joke as they move in. Let me show you how this kind of unfolds into the afternoon. So these really bright colors are actually showing you wind speeds. So you can see these strong winds, and I'll just quickly kind of show you what some of these wind speeds are going to look like out to the west. These are pretty significant wind speeds that you see moving in from the west. So eventually these will be pushing in into the afternoon. We'll go through time, and you can see as we get into this evening, look at these strong winds. If you look up at the top, this is the chart. So the orange is 30 mile an hour wind gusts, the red is 40, and if you see kind of the purplish, that's 50. So notice these strong winds, especially in the Smoky Mountains. Boy, you really see some really strong winds there as those push in. And then as we go into the evening hours, some of those strong winds move into the Charlotte area. This is 7 p.m. tonight. So you're talking maybe 30, 35 an hour gusts. But notice the ridge tops. You see those kind of all highlighted there in the strongest winds. They don't last long. You know, we go into tonight, the winds shift to the northwest. The winds could really stay high in the mountains. Look at some of these gusts. I mean, this could be one of those nights where Grandfather Mountain sees 100 mile an hour wind gusts. I think that's certainly a possibility. I'll loop the whole thing. Again, these are wind speeds. Remember, strong winds transitioning across the area. So pretty impressive wind gusts. Right now, the forecast for most of the highest wind gusts tonight and tomorrow, around 55 to 60 in the mountains. There's a little lull here in the foothills because it's kind of protected. Then across the Piedmont, I would expect anywhere from 20 to 30 mile an hour winds. So the wind is going to be the story today and tonight. So hold on to your hat, hold on to those steering wheels. Really windy, warm weather over the next 24 to 36 hours. And then we'll keep an eye on another strong system that could affect us later this week, which is something I'm keeping an eye on as well. Let's go back to this and I'll show you real quickly. I'm going to turn off the wind gusts. We'll show you the severe weather outlook for the rest of the week. So we'll go back to the severe weather outlook here, and you can see real quickly as I kind of show you how this outlook is going to look. We're potentially going to see some severe weather across the Ohio Valley today, and then eventually we'll see some of that break out across other parts of the country as we go through time. So tomorrow, severe weather outlook, obviously not much going on. Day 3, notice you see the severe weather outline down here. That's a low risk down there. Day 4, down in that same area. Let's go day 5. That's when we start to see a shift. So this is going into basically, Friday, that we could see a risk of severe weather. We'll go day 6 here, and you can see it goes away. So something to keep an eye on. Obviously, I'll be watching it carefully over the next 24 to 36 hours. Have a great day, everybody.